All right, y'all, welcome back. Here we are again, back on the Food Network. We've moved. We are no longer in Kuwait. We have moved over to Thailand to do a little bit of traveling. Some people said that this was never going to get done, that Foodie was not going to ever go anywhere, but she's proven the haters wrong, y'all. So let's see what this is about. Now, I don't believe that this is necessarily footage of Thailand. I think it's just the trip getting there. So I think it's a lot of like walking through, getting through the airport, getting on the plane, stuff like that. Like he doesn't really like out sightseeing and doing stuff in Thailand. So let's see what they got for us.
We are in Thailand! Sawadee ka!
Okay. Did that kill anyone else's ears? I'm so sorry.
We are just waiting to check in to go from Kuwait to Doha, and then we're going from Doha to Thailand.
Inshallah.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Oh my God. They haven't even, like, this is just them quite literally getting to the airport. I mean, I don't know if he drove there and they parked and took a shuttle to the airport or if they just got an Uber or something, but like already, I mean, full-fledged heat miser. This is the beginning of the day and it's this bad. I mean, this is the type of face that you would see maybe like at the end of the day, someone that had been out in the sun all day, someone who had really been through it, like a long day. Y'all, we're an hour into it.
Too. I'm a little hot and sweaty from walking around. You know, I'm not in the best shape, but
You'll be okay, inshallah.
Yeah. Gonna be checking in our luggage.
I hope it'll be not too long.
Inshallah. We just made it through security.
They say that a lot. I mean, I'm ignorant. I don't know anything about Muslims, really. But I don't know. I guess anybody in the comments, if you do know people that use those kind of phrases at the end of sentences like they do, is it as frequent as they do it? Like quite literally after everything they say, it's inshallah or something, some other iteration of that. Is that just how it is in that language or culture?
Not too many people here. Alhamdulillah. We're gonna find a drink of water somewhere. So they asked for the passports and boarding pass to buy water. Maybe because it's duty free.
I don't know, maybe. But really, first time in my life, they require a boarding pass just via water.
Very important water.
Yeah.
Well, this is probably the first time in your life you've been in an airport, period, Salah. I mean, because like, what's his gig? He was he grew up in Syria and then got I don't know if he left voluntarily. I don't know if he was kicked out of Syria or whatever, or like if he got in trouble like with the law or something, because there's this thing that I've seen on, I don't remember where I saw it actually, but it was like Salah holding up like a picture of the Syrian president, and it like said something bad about him. And like over there, like you don't do that. Like you don't make fun of or like disparage whatever, like political officials. So like, I don't know if Salah got in trouble in Syria and had to leave because of that, or he left because it was a better life in Kuwait, or maybe both. But I can't imagine that he's done much traveling. But that is funny that they asked for their boarding passes for them to be able to buy a bottle of water. It's probably because these two look so out of place. It's like, Who are you and how did you get past security? Can I see your boarding pass? Oh my God. I had a girlfriend tell me one time that she was in New York City and they were going in some like higher, I don't even know if they were considered higher end, but they were in New York City going in some stores. And the girl that she was with wasn't really dressed that nicely. And sometimes when you go into like luxury stores like that and you're not dressed the part or you don't look like you should be shopping there, they kind of give you a side eye. And it's like, oh, what are you doing in here? It's like, oh God, you're probably trying to steal or something. And they had gone in the Kardashian brothers. I don't think that this exists anymore, but at the time, the Kardashian brother owned this store called Arthur George, and it was like socks. It was like luxury brand socks, and they went into this store, and the girl that she was with picked up some socks and was walking around the store, like holding on to them while looking at other merchandise. And one of the employees came up to her and said, Would you like me to hold your socks at the counter while you shop? I think at the time, like, she and this girl were 18 and they were like naive and really didn't know any better. So like the girl just thought she was being nice and polite, saying like, oh yeah, sure. If you want to hold these socks at the counter for like as if it was too overbearing for her to hold the socks herself. Yeah, we'll hold those at the counter for you. Yeah, you can come up and pay for them, when you... I think they didn't trust her to walk around the store with the pair of socks. Maybe some similar type of psychology went on with here. It's like, oh God, like, you're not going to write me a check that bounces or something, are you? Let me see your boarding pass. Oh my God, Foodie's face right here. Foodie's face. Only a blank could love.
All right, let's go to gate 5.
Yeah, let's go. So here we are, guys, waiting at the gate, and soon we're gonna be on the plane.
So excited.
Me too. Hell yeah. Hi, baby. We are heading to the plane now. Wish us a safe travel.
Oh God, she has a connection. Ugh. I mean, no non-stops from Kuwait to Bangkok, so they have to do 2 flights, get off, do more airport walking, get on another flight. I mean, Foodie, this just goes to show Foodie will go to the ends of the earth for a man's validation, because that she doesn't want to be doing any of this traveling. If she could have it her way, she'd be on that apartment floor eating right now. You think she wants to be no, this is all him. This is all for him. She's making him happy. And as long as she's making money and paying for whatever he wants to do and wherever he wants to go and stuff, that'll keep this moving. Two seats. If they bought 2 seats, that'll be very surprising. Because when she flies to Kuwait from Canada, she's always talking about having to buy 2 seats. Oh my God, I'm excited.
Smallest plane of life right now.
Unfortunately, yes.
It's only going to be about an hour, but these things are my best friend. These fans.
So I think that the only flying that Chantal has ever done in her life was from Canada to Kuwait. It was Canada to Kuwait, Kuwait to Canada, Canada to Kuwait. I think that's it. And now this. So this is her 5th time flying, something like that. We're on the smallest plane ever. This doesn't look like the smallest plane ever. I mean, girl, what do you expect? Flying sucks. Flying is uncomfortable. I mean, they're not going to have somewhere you like spread eagle out, like, unless you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars on it. For mostly everyone, flying is uncomfortable.
These things are my best friend. These fans.
The AC.
In case you got a yak. Personal wellness.
For customers who have joined us, welcome aboard Qatar Airways, a member of the...
Look guys how hard it is when you are tall. There is no leg room at all. For my lap it's okay.
Alright, we're on the runway.
Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Yalla! 80 knots.
Take off plane. Nice, mashallah. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh.
I bet you this is his first time flying. I mean, just like talking about like doing a countdown and being all excited, being in the lobby saying, hell yeah. It just seems like first time flying kind of thing. But you know what kills me about, sorry. You know what kills me about Salah is he really hasn't done much or experienced much or acquired much in life, but he'll make these comments from time to time, like very like snobby, very uppity type comments. Like when they went to go see Insidious and they got out, he went, ugh, that movie wasn't very good. Honestly, if you ask me, Insidious was pretty low budget. It's like, where do you get off making comments like that when at age 30, this is your first time being on an airplane? Like, where does the ego come from? And the only reason why you're getting to go on this trip right now is because some woman that you met on Tinder from the other side of the world was so desperate enough to move in with you and pay for everything like this. I just... delusion.
For a snack, we get a complimentary snack on this plane. So we have orange juice, orange nectar, and some hot pita bread, warm. Okay, this is hummus here, couscous, and mutabal.
Oh, you can just tell that this makes her so giddy. Like for the little bit that she was able to do this during the vlog. Oh, honey, I'm vlogging. Can we hold hands so it looks like we're holding hands during the flight? Sure, babe. The shade. Did you see that? Oh, we have to do a replay. Oh my gosh. This woman standing to the right of Chantal right here. Please look at her give the Chantal look like this. Oh, she sees right through this. She knows exactly what's going on. Look, honestly, if looks could kill.
Hi, babe. It's okay. There is too many AC here.
Yeah, it's not good.
Hi, guys.
We're getting a ride to our gate. We're going to be late otherwise.
Oh my gosh, glistening. You almost feel bad for her, almost. I mean, having to do all of this traveling and moving around and walking and sweating and lifting, and you almost feel bad for her, but then you remember that it's self-inflicted and all that kind of goes out the window.
Boarding is like now, and we still have a 20-minute walk to our gate, so we are taking a train.
Hello, guys. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Actually, this airport is so massive, so huge. First time in my life I see airport like this big.
Yeah.
This is probably the first time you're seeing an airport, period. This is the first time I've ever seen an airport this... I mean, like, again, like as if Salah has been this, like, international cosmopolitan traveler his whole life. I mean, girl, look at the reality of the situation. You have made this 400 whatever pound woman fly from Canada to come live with you in the Middle East to pay for everything and pay for little trips like this. Oh, this is the first time I've ever seen an airport this bad. I bet it is. I bet it is, Salah. I don't get it. I don't get where the ego comes from.
Nice little ride.
Very nice one. More comfortable.
See how far we would have had to walk? Oh my goodness.
MashaAllah, it's a huge one.
We still have to go to 24. So far.
It's a long distance.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's even getting a ride across the airport and complaining. Oh gosh, we still have to walk all the way to gate 24. As she's on the back of a little motorized bus thing. She's probably thinking to herself, like, oh my God, could you imagine if this didn't exist and I had to do all this walking? Honestly, I don't know if she'd be able to. They said they had 20 minutes before their next flight leaves. I do not know if Chantal would have been able to make it from that gate to the other gate in that amount of time.
I'm so happy we're going on our first international trip together.
Me too. Okay, it's time to get up.
Yeah, love.
Whoa, it's AC here.
Yeah.
now heading to the
Oh my god, she has to do a 7-hour flight now. This is probably like the worst day of her life. I mean, next to having to fly back to Canada.
plane. Right, babe? Which movie? I want a horror movie. Where is it? As you can see, this plane is a lot larger than the previous one and more sophisticated and luxurious, without a doubt. And here's my beautiful wife, Chantal.
Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Like talking crap on the plane. Like that was probably your first plane ride ever. And now like they're on the other plane. This one is much more spacious and luxurious. This is much more accommodating to what me and my beautiful affluent wife are used to. You sound stupid. I mean, you do. You're not fooling anyone. We know the tea. It's just ridiculous.
Stunning as usual.
Alright, so almost immediately they gave us these little snack crackers, and they were pretty good, and some cranberry juice. We love watching the flight map during the flight, and we had to go over India, which was pretty cool. So my meal was some Coca-Cola with a water, some kind of hamburger steak with a delicious gravy mashed potatoes and like a cranberry sauce, with a mixed veggie salad and a cheesecake dessert. And this was Salah's meal of chicken, rice, and he said it was quite delicious.
I actually will be interested to see if any reaction channels talk about the financial side of this. Like, there must be a reason why they have decided to go to Thailand. It's probably financial, just because I know. Like, I look at Chantal's channel. I look at what she's doing on YouTube. I know the financial side of YouTube. Like, to be able to travel like this internationally and do things like this. So, I mean, something's got to give somewhere, because I mean, Chantal is not making, like, you know, as much as like Amber Lynn does, for example, or like, it's not to be able to buy all the food that she does while she's in Kuwait, in addition to paying rent, in addition to all of her other expenses. I mean, yeah, the fact that she isn't paying tax on any of that money is probably helping, but there's no way even still. So, I mean, they must have gotten some type of deal with this. Some type of deal. I mean, I'm curious to see where they stay in Thailand and what kind of things they do once they're there. But I don't know. I guess I'm just interested to see if any of the other reactors talk about like how much this sort of thing would have cost. Because a lot of the people that said that she never was going to do any traveling, it was more so because of financial restrictions. I mean, yeah, like everyone was worried about like her not being able to do it physically, but it was more so it's like, well, girl, you can't afford it. So something had to give somewhere in this process.
And after dinner, of course, we have some cookies and some nice, fresh, hot coffee.
So we have like 4 hours or so left. I'm on my second movie.
So while we did book our seats together, mashallah, the extra seat in the row, nobody was sitting there, so we used it for extra room. It's just, you know, more spacious and more comfortable for us, and we could put the blankets and pillows in the middle. And as you can see, I can use the center tray, which of course, because mine doesn't come all the way down because of my size, but it's okay, the tray was fine, and we still got to hold hands for most of it.
They got to hold hands for most of the trip. Baby, I'm vlogging. Can we do the hand thing again? Please. I promise I won't ask again.
The flight, so. And more food. They gave us this sandwich, like a breakfast kind of sandwich. It had beef and egg in a flaky pastry, and Salah thought it was really delicious. I actually did think it was pretty savory and tasty as well. We discovered that you can also play games on the entertainment unit on the plane, So I had some fun playing Monopoly. I played for like at least a good hour. It was fun.
And we made it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you remember when we first started this video and she was standing in the lobby and I was like, oh my gosh, like look at her. Like she just looked like she had gone through a hard day's work. Like someone who had been out in the sun all day. Do you remember back when I said that when we first started? I didn't know that it could get to, I mean, this looks like death's doorstep. I mean, hasn't slept, been sweating all day, not able to get comfortable. You almost feel bad. Almost.
Yes.
You look exhausted, babe.
Very. We still have to get our luggage, SIM cards, and taxi to our hotel.
It's okay. Piece of cake. Welcome to the humidity.
Yeah, it's
See, like, you don't enjoy yourself. Like, there's no way that you could convince me that Chantal's enjoying. She's quite literally counting down all of the things that they have to do until she can go into a hotel room and just be unconscious and escape reality. Oh God, we still have to land. We have to deal with our baggage. We have to get a taxi. We have to get to the hotel. We have to check in. And after all that's done, then I can escape reality. Then I can... There's no way that if you're traveling like this and you can't even bear the conditions of doing that, there's no way that you can tell me you're actually having fun with it too.
can't even see anything out the window. That's how humid it is here.
At all. LOL. And here we are in Bangkok, Thailand airport. Now going to take our baggage and then we will see.
Hotel for a shower.
Inshallah.
We have to check for our luggage. Which conveyor belt it's going to be on? There's a million. Yeah, so we're just gonna wait for our luggage, and this airport is huge. And I'm super full because they give us, like, if you fly with Qatar Airways, they're gonna feed you every 2 hours. I know you can say no, but it's really hard. So yeah, I'm very hot and tired of this whole day of traveling and walking around so much. So
Walking around so much. I mean, in between the connecting flight, you guys got driven across the entire airport, but it's been a lot of walking.
but I'm all right so far. I don't know any Thai. The only Thai I know is like Sawadika and Sawadikap for a male. My makeup, oh my gosh. I need to get to the hotel and have the coldest shower. I swear. I'm so sweaty and gross.
One of the first things you want to do when you get to Thailand is get a SIM card. So there's all these stalls surrounding the entire airport. Very competitive. So we are currently going to be getting some SIM cards, preferably with unlimited internet from somewhere.
how did he convince her to go on this trip? So, getting to the Kuwait airport, taking their first flight, which was a connection to another airport, a 7-hour flight from Qatar, land, a 90-minute drive to the hotel. It's just like, this is almost irresponsible to like honestly, like what if she gave out, like, for real? I'm not kidding either. I mean, to go from the lifestyle of sitting on your apartment floor, eating in excess every day, never doing anything, never moving, to doing something as strenuous and overbearing as this in one day, it's very likely that, you know, the limit could be met. I mean, he must have really pushed for this trip. Oh my God, you've been here for almost a year now, and you said that you made all this YouTube money, and you said that we were going to travel, and we haven't gone anywhere yet, blah, blah, blah. Like, I can only imagine the arguments that led up to this trip, because you know that she didn't want to have to go through this. I mean, this is hell. And she knows that it's hell because she's had to do it, well, not to this extent, but she has had to fly to Canada. She knows how difficult it is for her to fly, how physically demanding it is. So to do all of this and have a layover and stuff like that, I mean, oh my. She did. She probably said extra prayers before this trip started.
So exhausted,
Yeah, me too.
but worth it.
Yeah. We're gonna eat 1,000,000 pounds of pad thai while we're here. You gonna try some?
I will.
Good.
In Thailand, you will see these little motorcycles everywhere. They're a very common method of transportation here. So we're going to end the vlog here, but we were...
You know, you would think after the day that she just had, after how awful this has been for her, you would think that the response would be, oh my God, this is a wake-up call. I need to change things. There is no way that I can go about life like this. This has been hell. I never want to have to do this ever again. I really need to get myself into shape. Or, you know, maybe just get to a point where I'm a little bit better at it, where I can handle this kind of stuff, because there's no way that I could ever do this again. Chantal's response, I'm going to eat 1,000,000 pounds of pad thai while I'm here. Oh my gosh. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. That's just it. She doesn't care. I mean, you can't lead a horse to water. No. You can. Can't make it drink. You can lead Chantal to 1,000,000 pounds of pad thai, but you can also make her eat it, because she will. Because she doesn't care. She doesn't care. That's just what it comes down to.
We were so tired when we got back to the hotel. We picked up some local halal Thai food here, some chicken satay, and we have some spicy sauce, some shrimp, and rice. It was very delicious. And we have some fried fish and rice. So this is just the beginning of the journey, guys. Took us a while to get here, so we're kind of tired. So we're just going to eat, and we're just going to rest up, and then we're going to do all of the things. So stay tuned for a lot more vlogs.
I'm actually very excited to see parts 2, 3, however she does of this. I'm excited to see what they actually do. And in addition to that, I'm excited. Honestly, you know what I'll probably do as like we do more videos with this, as we cover it and everything? I will probably look into like the financial side of this and like how something like this was able to be feasible for them. Just because that's been a major talking point of following Chantal through this Kuwait arc. It's like, how do they afford things? How do they pay for things? Honestly. So we can have a discussion on that in the next video. But this travel day was rough. This was rough. But all right, y'all. Until next time, See ya.